Liberty, 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 liberty.
Crime. The city was full of it.
Hey! Free TV!
Desperate measures were needed.
Why don't you go to the police again?
The police can't get such a name for the complaint.
Honey, don't worry.
Desperate measures were taken.
I'm joining the police force.
The mayor says we have to take this riffraff. Trapped here? Oh, yes. We all are. What about guns? When do we get guns?
You won't be screwed. In firearms, police procedures, local laws, and many, many other things.
So, the one guy asked, when does he get firearms? And then it goes to a scene where he discharges a rifle, and it hits an innocent person, or a picture of an innocent person on the side of, like, it's not even in the line of where he should be directing his projectile. It's way over here. So, that, again, that's the reason why you don't want to be hanging out with anybody with a pair of nunchucks that's going to be spinning around, hit themselves in the head, or hit you in the face when you're walking beside them. So, picking out the right people. You're gonna have people that are gonna come to you, hey, why do you have a vest? Or let's say you don't have a vest, you have a walkie-talkie on. You have no vest, you have no taser, you just have, you're dressed to do security work, but you have your own security company, okay? Obviously, there has to be some perks to it, so let's say you have a drone, okay? Hey dude, is that for sale? Nah, I use it for my security company. What do you mean you use it for your security company? It's hard to explain. I don't have the time. You're not even, I would explain this to somebody if they were interested in working for me. Well, who says I'm not? You started off the wrong way. Never mind, beat it. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of times people would ask me about my vest. You know what I'm saying? You give a vest to the wrong person, that's twice the boo-boo. Let's see what else is going on here. Okay, they're doing self-defense class.
Police Academy.
Where did you get this gun? My mom gave it.
So the instructor asked him where he got the firearm. The goofball brought a firearm that he got from his parents, which you can't do. You have to. What stays at home stays at home. What is that? The range stays at the range. So you get the picture when it comes to all this. Let's see.
Like a relentless need, moderate to severe ulcerative colitis symptoms can keep coming back.
All right, Nico, open that door! Come on, open it! You said we were gonna be adults! Hey! You wanna kill me?
Well, I have thought about it a couple of
Honey,
times.
stop it right now! I'm serious!
I don't care. I want to go to the police now.
Honey, this is the police! Will you out? Listen to me right now, you want no kill me? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, so obviously that's his girlfriend or something, like, a friend, an acquaintance. He's the guy that's actually either in the academy or graduated or whatever you want to call it. He's already in there. He went through the process. She wants to be in it. She wants to go through the process. So what is she doing? She hijacked his car, and he's hanging on the hood of the car. And he's saying, "What are you doing, honey?" "I want to go to the police academy." That can't happen. So, what am I saying here? You have to have the ground beneath your feet and the wind beneath your wings, not the wind making your arms go like this and there's no reason to do the wave. Or your legs going like this, but there's not a race for you to run. You know what I'm saying? So what this guy's problem is, he has to use his bearings, and I have to use my bearings, you have to use your bearings when we take on leadership of any proportion, especially that kind of proportion. During the course of the past couple of years, I took it upon myself to invest in some equipment, some security equipment, walkie-talkies, flak jacket, the steel armor plates, a taser. I was blessed that nobody actually was able to take a taser off me, but I was in situations where people, attempted to take it off of me. And I'm talking about bad guys, not good guys. Obviously, the police trusted me with having it. I've never been in trouble with using my taser. My vest, people have been trying, to get it for a long time. Nobody ever stole my vest from me. But I didn't trust taking it off and just leaving it at an apartment or at some friend's house, or, you know what I mean? So a lot of times I wore my equipment everywhere I went, which is a bad thing. You want to gear down. That's a major part of taking on leadership of any proportion, whether you are starting your own security company, or you're starting your own garage. One of my pastors used to say, house before cart, horse before car. If you get a house, you can keep your tools at your house. Okay? But if you don't have a house, you're going to be carrying your tools with you everywhere. And when somebody corners you, that blowtorch is going to be theirs. Or that welding torch is going to be theirs. That power drill, that hard hat, that vest, whatever they want that you have is going to be theirs. Because you chose the vehicle to get you the job done before the office space, which is your house, where you start off before you do the job, and also where you return to after you run your bases and you get your job done. So to be an officer, you gotta have an office. You can't live in a tent. And this is something that I had to learn by trial and error. When you have a tent, you have a house. Even if your tent is your remote lab, that's where you work at away from home. Because when the big bad wolf comes to blow away your tent, there's nowhere else to put your tools, your hard hat, your drill, your vest, or whatever. And they're never gonna leave you alone until they get your prized possessions, because that's all they want. Like that guy's girlfriend who was driving in the car, joyriding, you're gonna encounter that. Everybody encounters that. How often have you gone to sleep? Okay? You think it's gonna be your kids. Before you even have kids, some of you guys out there have never been in a relationship longer than a year, let alone a month. Your girlfriend will take your car. Hey babe, what? It's the middle of the night. I got something to tell you. What? I'm sorry. Now you know it's serious. So you get up. What? I wrecked your car. Fuck. This is supposed to be your kid. Like, you're thinking like the only time you ever have to worry about something like this is after you put the bun in the oven, it comes out, it grows legs, and it's like 3 or 4 years old, and it's running around like Bart Simpson, joyriding in your car. Because you can imagine that, because you know how you are, how you were as a boy, a problem child, how I was. The last thing you think is your woman is gonna do that to you, but that's because you didn't lay down that regiment right. It's not that she's wearing the pants. She's wearing your uniform. How do these things happen? When you're making love with your woman and you're letting her wear a uniform when you do role play. Or when you look in her eyes and you envision her living that life and you don't somehow figure out a way to bring it out of her and say, you're thinking about joyriding in my squad car, aren't you? No. What do you mean? I'm not thinking that. So communication. So whether it's communication with your girlfriend, because this also could happen with your roommates. That's why it's important to choose the right roommates. So it can't be 5 years down the line when you choose the right roommates, or your roommates are going to choose you. This happened to me. It can't be 2 years down the line. There's a season for everything, and I'm saying this from experience, from trial and error. But after so much time goes by, you want to get back onto that horse. You want to get back in that house, because that's pole position. Otherwise, you're going to be calling yourself an officer with no office, or a horseman with no horse. And it's really not going to make sense to anybody else but you. Until one day you sit back and you watch all your body cam videos. And you're like, some of this makes sense and some of this doesn't. The general public doesn't have the necessarily the patience to sort through all this. Maybe some of the people actually can sort through and see, like, yeah, he has a good idea, but it's kind of clear and obvious that he has trust issues. That's the reason why he's really out there trying to wear all these many hats and he's spreading himself thin, because that's what I was doing. I was spreading myself thin when I started my LLC, my security company, and it carried over into my other LLCs. I can't imagine. I literally can't. Hey dude, you know, let's say I don't have a girlfriend. Let's say I just choose just anybody to move in with. What? Hey yo man, it's Bart. Bart Simpson? No, Bart, your roommate. What do you want? It's 3 o'clock in the morning. I got work tomorrow. I got something to tell you. Can this wait? Nah, dude, it really can't. What's going on? I'm sorry. What do you mean? I took your vest. Can you imagine that? Because This isn't like an episode of Spider-Man versus Venom, where your costume takes off by itself, grows legs or some wings. This is reality here. If somebody takes your vehicle, your squad car, and they wreck it, whether it's your roommate or your girlfriend, you're responsible, I'm responsible, we're going to jail, or potentially whoever got killed or hurt, we have to live with the fact that they're no longer here anymore, even if we didn't do it. So your roommate Bart, just for example, it's the first name that I could think of, he takes off wearing your vest, he tries it on, he watches you try it on in the morning and take it off when you come home. So he knows how to put it on. In your sleep, he takes it, oh, yo, dude, he's not gonna care. Are you sure, man? He's gonna get mad. Nah, dude, I'll bring it back before he won't even know. Puts on your vest, goes off. You don't even have a firearm. You're just a regular unarmed security guard. But you have a vest. So he's going around with your vest, and he has a firearm, and he goes to rob a liquor store, and he kills the cashier. So now the police are looking for him, and he's your roommate, and he comes back and he wants to give you the vest back. But he doesn't tell you that they're looking for him. He just gives you the vest, and he leaves town. These are a few of my favorite things to consider when I'm thinking of not choosing somebody who's like Michelangelo from Ninja Turtles, Raphael, Leonardo, even Donatello, even though he seemed to be mostly the sensible one. These are a few of my favorite things when I think, yeah, if I do choose a security guard, if I do choose a roommate, if I do choose a girlfriend to actually live with and not somebody just to have sex with, right? It gotta be somebody that knows when I take off my vest, leave it there. Or even if I don't have one, if I just have walkie-talkies, you don't just pick that up and just, hey, Lisa, it's me. What? It's Donnie's girl. Oh my God. I knew it wasn't Donnie, obviously. Lisa being some chick who does some form of public safety or whatever. She's radioing in and taking up, time on the air whenever that's only for people who do those kind of jobs. Or like an example with this movie, the last thing you want to think is you want your boss or your superiors or your coworkers to think is your girlfriend at home or your roommate, because the same scene could have been his roommate driving the car, a guy, right? And he's holding on to the hood like, yo, dude, but I want to be You can't do this. You can't. So these are a few of my favorite things. We're gonna pause for a minute.